You are listening to episode 35 of the Underhook Show. My name is Steve, as always, alongside my co-host Chris. Chris, how you doing on this Thursday evening?
Doing good, my man. Enjoying a little bit of nice weather we have before it plummets again. Ready to talk wrestling as always with you before we take our little holiday break.
Yeah, so I guess we could just do housekeeping notes now. This should be the last thing we put out this year, just because if we don't track Wednesday, we track Thursday, and obviously the next two Wednesdays are Christmas and New Year's, and then the Wednesday after that is January 7th, which my family celebrates Orthodox Christmas. So just to not have to really shoehorn in and just, give anything a half-baked, we're just going to enjoy ourselves over the holiday break, and we will come back with World's End Review and Year-End Awards. Yeah?
And by the looks of it, our card that we're getting is pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah, only, I believe still the 5 matches announced. I am going to want to hear your take on the developments this week. But I think before diving into
I got some questions.
Yeah.
Not really questions, but opinions.
Yeah, I got some takes. I think before we dive into all the AEW stuff, just some other things from the other mainstream promotions, or just larger promotions across the world. The Wrestle Kingdom card is finalized. Only 7 matches because they are broadcasting it nationally on TV. Like, Tana's big match is that big of a deal to where they did 50,000 sell out for the first time in his career, and that's his dream. That was his dream. So he finally got there in the end, and he's going on last.
Oh, yeah, I did see the card for that. I was just waiting to hear your take on it.
It's weird because of the whole structure's changed. If you've noticed, there's no junior heavyweight title match. There's no tag team title match. The world title and the global title it's all winner takes all. And they're essentially, to get everyone on the show and get everyone on TV, it looks like they're just throwing them all into that, the Never open weight gauntlet.
Yeah. I have a question. I haven't watched New Japan in a crazy amount of time. Is Time Bomb and David Finlay still teaming just because of the Tag League stuff? Or what's going on?
I haven't been keeping up with Tag League, but it looks like they used that. They're doing like a War Dogs versus United Empire tag, and it looks like, I don't know if the War Dogs are still a thing, but it looks like because of the Tag League, Finlay's recruited Hiromu and Shingo for that match.
Okay, yeah, I was just really confused. Okay. I saw the card and I was like, well, they teamed in the Tag League. Other than that, all right.
Yeah, which Zach and Oiwa won Tag League, so yeah. I think on the next night on New Year Dash, they're going to challenge our boy Yuto Ice and Oscar for the belts.
They're going to lose those belts to Zack Sabre Jr. But yeah, that who's the guy that looks like Will Ospreay in the United Empire? What's his name?
Callum Newman, or the one they have a couple of random white British dudes who do flips.
There's a guy that I saw a picture like online. The dude looked exactly like. It took me a second to realize it was not Will Ospreay.
Like Jacob something,
maybe
not Jake something, but
something,
some sort of Jacob. I can't think of his name.
I saw a spoiler from that show. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one. By the way.
Yeah, I think it should go up soon.
Yeah, I saw one of the matches announced, and I was like, oh yeah, because they did like a mystery vortex kind of thing.
That's cool. Yeah, DPW's final show should be going up as well, and I think when we come back, we can share our thoughts on it, because it's gonna be just awful going on without him. But I'll tell you what, man, Chris Hero's doing all he can to band everyone together. Otherwise, I know they kind of did like a rally call at the last West Coast show, and they keep adding promotions to this new kind of ecosystem. So hope is not lost. We're just missing out on our favorite promotion.
Yeah, it's cool. We're hoping it's like a go see you later kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just hope everybody at Deadlock is like okay, and you know what I mean, like, because they've been pretty low key about what's happening, like the reasons as far as going on hiatus. But hey, it's none of our business. Just want everyone to make sure everyone's good. I think before we do all the AEW roundup, though, John Cena's last match was last week.
I watched that whole event. I got home from work and I was actually excited to watch it. Because that undercard alone was awesome.
Yeah, so I did not see the undercard. That Saturday was my brother's like work Christmas party, and when he came home, he wanted to watch the Cena match, and he wanted to get right to it. So I just put the Cena match on. But what do you think about the undercard?
They treated it really well, actually. They didn't bury the younger NXT talent because the Dragon Lee, AJ Styles versus our boys, that match ruled. Go back and put that to your list.
I got the whole thing on there. I think
Yeah,
that's one I'll just put on.
man, it was an easy watch too. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
Obafemi's. I was talking to my buddy out in Cali. I was like, yeah, Obafemi's like one of my new favorite people because I don't watch NXT like that to watch. And I know of him, but I never seen him wrestle. But he came out he had arms like legs and legs like people. But yeah, that match was good. The Sol Ruka Bailey match was it was decent. I'll say it was shocking. Sol Ruka won, so shout out.
Yeah, it sounds like Bailey.
Yeah, and then the tag match was probably my match of the night, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely got to go back for that. If you couldn't tell by my voice, I am feeling under the weather, so I'd plan on just like chilling big style and watching wrestling all weekend. So getting through the just ungodly amount of matches. I need to practice self-control next year and not add anything that looks remotely interesting because I don't know when the hell I'm going to get my list done, man. I'm still in May, so I got some work to do. But the reason why everyone was there, Gunther did make John Cena tap out, and I cannot believe it took a finish that made sense for the crowd to flip on Triple H.
Yeah, it was. I do not like WWE fans,
Dude.
because like they're chanting boo. Like, okay, first of all, this is the way Cena's always wanted to go out. I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying?
He confirmed it.
Yeah, he did.
If you saw the transcript today.
Yeah, from the Cody Rhodes thing. Yeah, but he's even said it like he didn't want it to be about him. It's never he wanted, but you could tell by like that whole ending was not probably scripted or not planned for him, putting the belts on him and everything. But I thought the match was good. I thought the ending was good. It made sense because now you created the biggest heel in your company.
Yeah, which I didn't catch the whole segment, but I saw the clip of Gunther's kind of stinger saying he made Cena tap out like a bitch, and like that's what you should be doing. And I mean, I know if they're going to Cody Roman again, it's probably going to be Roman winning the Royal Rumble, but like
No, I don't think they're doing that.
I think Gunther needs something big that isn't just now. If he does have the reputation of like ending people's careers, like that's kind of sick. Like I'll be real. I know they're teasing him and AJ, right?
Yeah, but now hear me out though. They kept filming that Cody was staring at Cena's stuff for so long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Him and Gunther are gonna be like probably face to face soon. I would assume.
Well, yeah, which I'm wild they haven't ran that. I mean, I know they did the fake Saudi title between them.
I feel like this is what sets up for that because you're gonna have your monster heel, and then you're gonna have your new super, your new face of the company.
Yeah, just a total. He needs the kind of kingmaker match. Yeah.
And Gunther kill him and put the belt on Gunther since you got the belt back on Samoa Joe, and everything will be right for us.
Well, hey man, Triple H ain't averse to. I mean, if anybody, Triple H loves a good, long-term heel title reign, to say the least. So, if they give that to Gunther, I think the company would be in a better spot. I did like the match. I thought there were some weird decisions in it as far as structure.
Way too many
I
holes.
felt like Cena had his big comeback like way too early.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I would have preferred more of a Gunther match, but also I'm sure Cena gave what he had, but he also probably watched tape and he goes, "Yeah, I'm not getting my ass beat for 15 minutes." So, I mean, I don't blame him. But yeah, I didn't think it was. It's not going to be on my list. But I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was good. And I think that was one of those moments where I guess it goes to show how much of a WWE crowd is strictly WWE people. Because like I said And like we said, you're getting mad at a finish that made sense. And then the guy Cena said on that podcast today, that's how he wanted to go out. So I don't see what the issue is. I think the issue is the last year and a half of booking, across the board.
Yeah.
So, well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say his retirement tours, other than that AJ match, was dog shit. So
Yeah, I mean, now that's all said and done, I still have to watch the Punk match, the AJ match. I probably will just skip the Logan Paul match. And I don't know, man. It was strange. It was weird. I thought the Orton match was okay, and then it had interference.
speaking of Logan Paul, they unmasked the Masked Man, and it was Austin Theory. Huh?
Yeah, not King Tez.
Not King Tez. This is why the company's in the way it's in, because of bullshit like this.
I think it was Simon from Handwork who said, like, why, if you're going to do this, why wouldn't you not just, like, cost Punk the big match and then do it, the unveiling, instead of just unveiling.
Unless there's going to be more than one, but I hate when they do that, so I hope not.
Yeah, we'll see. I will say this before we move on. I also caught Punk's promo, and he at least seemed like remotely interested. So I'm going to watch Punk Braun in a few weeks, just because I think there's something there. But again, I just do not trust the powers that be as far as the booking and the match not ending in a horseshit way. Only time will tell. But yeah, John Cena, we will no longer see you. Wow, we're getting old, man.
I'm saying, dude.
Tana next too, man. All the old masters are leaving.
And AJ after that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But on the other side of the mainstream coin, we got a lot to talk about with AEW because they had a lot of wrestling this week for us. And I don't know about you, but I watched Collision and I had a pretty good time. So I think it's time to run back the news anchor music. This is the Collision Report. So, did you catch anything from last Saturday?
Did I don't. No, I did not. I didn't.
Okay. So, I always prioritize the tournament matches, which I believe there's only one or two Collision winners coming. Yeah, okay, yeah. Two a Blue League match, a Gold League match, and then the TNT title match. I just went right to those. I did not watch the Swerve stuff or the women's match. But good stuff across the board, man. Claudio Takeshita was really great. I think it was such a different match for Takeshita because we're used to him just dominating people physically, and this was the first time in a while he's like really ran into a wall. So him trying to figure out Claudio, I think, made the match super interesting. Obviously, both of them are genetic freaks, so they could do all kind of like sick power moves and stuff like that. Highly recommend going back for this one, dude. It was a blast, and they went to a draw, so I don't know what that means as far as like with the IWGP title, or if Takeshita wins the whole tournament, maybe it sets up a rematch down the line, but I think that left it pretty open-ended.
Yeah, I got that on my list now because I forgot that it started early.
Yeah, it was like 3 o'clock. I just watched it yesterday, but
yeah,
it was like around 3:30.
And then I watched Saturday Night's Main Event when I got home, and I worked the next day. And I just totally forgot about it until right this second. And I look at the card, I'm like, damn, dude, Strickland versus Josh Alexander, damn.
Yeah, I believe that opened. I did not get to that yet. I did watch the Mike Bailey-Kevin Knight match, which was a lot of fun. They did the Ricochet Logan Paul thing where they each springboard into each other from across the ring.
The coast to coast.
Yeah. So, because obviously, again, two just freak athletes doing all kind of cool stuff. Wasn't as high on it as other matches they've both had in the tournament, but I mean, it was still fun. And main event kicked ass, dude. Garcia Briscoe, much different match from their one in January because back, if you can remember way back when, Garcia was a directionless babyface. Here now with more heel focus, he had much more nasty control, and it was one of those where just like you wanted to just see Mark Briscoe kick his ass, and then he did. So, really good first defense for our boy. And just excited to see where this title reign goes.
Probably tune in when I fucking go relax later.
Yeah. Breeze will watch. This week's is only going to be an hour. Like, they did half of a Collision last night. They're going to do half of the other half airing Saturday at like 1:30 in the afternoon or some shit. But
yeah, I seen that.
But these are up on Max, thankfully, because I've been having trouble finding the replays on Max. and it's like, yo, we pay for this stuff. This shit should work, you know?
Just like Amazon Prime when I was trying to find All In, huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
dude.
was a struggle.
Right. But other than that, I think we're good to move on to AEW Dynamite Collision Holiday Bash from Manchester, England. They mentioned that they were right by where Manchester City play, one of the two giant soccer clubs in the city. And interestingly enough, WWE has a merch deal with Man City, and then Okada had like they gave him like the custom jersey and like a tour of the stadium stuff. So strange parallel there, but also that's a team Oasis support.
Oh, hell yeah. I know nothing about it, but I know the
Yeah, that was
fans
just
are crazy. I know that
yeah,
much.
it's just a strange, weird one of those weird intersections because I'm real into it. I'm not a City supporter, but like watch I watch a ton of it. So strange, just kind of cool intersection there. But on to the material itself. We got like a cold open on Dynamite, dude.
Pissed me right off.
Yeah.
You know why?
What?
Because
No kill switch.
not even that. I like Moxley's entrance.
Yeah, that too.
You know, and I wanted to see what kind of badass entrance he was gonna have here.
Yeah, with like the
But,
red LEDs and stuff.
yeah. But hey, we get one later that makes up for it though, so it's alright.
True. But yeah, I think that was their way of saying, even though it's a 3-hour block, what you're getting in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And we did. This had all sorts of stakes on it because if neither man won, like if it was a draw, they're both out. Winner would stay alive. John Moxley stayed alive, survived Roderick Strong, and for these guys having like 4 matches this year, I thought this was still really fucking good. And it was a much different match. Again, Moxley's wrestling like a babyface again.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to happen. They're gonna kill him, but this match did. Every time they wrestle, I get excited because I know it's gonna be good. But this was very different in a way of, like you said, Mox playing wrestling as the babyface, and he's wrestling more of a mat base because he doesn't want to get that ankle lock again.
Yeah, and that was like basically what they built the match around, Roddy targeting that.
Yeah. So, but him winning, he went with the Death Rider, right? Or just
Yeah. He hit it, he pulled it off at the end, and it was pretty long match too, if I'm not mistaken. Like I think it just got close to the time limit.
Yeah, it was like what, like 17 minutes maybe or something.
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, totally kicked ass. I know some cool stuff like Mox reversing the jumping knee into a cutter was sick, and all the stuff with the ankle. Obviously, appreciate good limb targeting around here, and Roddy is known for that. So yeah, man, I don't know what else to say about this pairing other than just they don't miss.
Yeah, I fucked with it. Good opener. Mad I didn't get to see a John Moxley intro because him and Marina have the best music out of all of them, I think.
Yeah. So now for Roddy, he's still dropping a donut. He has 2 matches left to just play spoiler because I'm assuming it's going to be Claudio's last roadblock. And I still got the Mascara Dorada Roddy match, which, I mean, that'll just be a ton of fun regardless of their...
That sounds weird.
It does, but I'm telling you, dude, they're going to find some really fucked up way to get to a backbreaker, and it's going to be so sick.
Like, in my head, I'm like, it sounds weird, but then I'm like, PWG. That's all I just gotta keep remembering. Like,
yeah, definitely. Definitely PWG pilled. As far as Moxley goes, if I'm not mistaken, his last 2 matches are against Orange Cassidy, and actually, that might be his only match left. Takeshita, Claudio, Roddy.
He's got 6 points, so.
He has wrestled Roddy, Takeshita, Claudio. Go to November. Mascara Dorada. Yeah, he only has OC left. So I gotta see how the points line up heading into Hammerstein. But Moxley, Orange Cassidy, and Hammerstein Ballroom, sign me the hell up.
All right, give me that.
Yeah. But we got another really awesome Eddie Kingston pre-tape saying how, like, just because he lost the match, I mean, he's not out of it. If anything, he's more fired up now to keep progressing. And I think this all really worked, especially because like I'm still riding the high of his performance last week.
I'm saying, like, he looked good, so keep him on TV. Keep pushing it.
Yeah, let's go. I think he could easily. I mean, I think now he's been around long enough. I think it feels really strange that he hasn't even been in the orbit of the Death Riders. But I also I feel like Moxley, when he does turn, somebody will have his back. I just don't know if it would be Darby or if it's going to be Eddie.
Darby, probably.
I think there's going to be a whole redemption story of him having to earn everyone's trust after being like an actual terrorist for over a year.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be some sort of understanding with one of his past rivals. So putting Eddie on right after, I think maybe there's something there. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, because they like to do that little. I think Eddie would be the first person to trust him, and then Darby would be the one you had to earn because he tried to waterboard that man.
Yeah, he tried to kill him every which way, but
man, I can't wait to talk about our match of the years because let me tell you.
Oh yeah, it's definitely up there. Next, we got to the big $1 million match. The Elite against Don Callis family, Hachishiro Kazuchika Okada.
Speaking of matches of the year, no, I'm kidding.
And Konosuke Takeshita. I thought this was fine for what it was. I think the Bucks really looked like they had a point to prove, even if it felt like it was more about Kenny, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're doing their redemption tour right now.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, they look like they've been hitting the gym a lot more, and they obviously were pushing the pace quite a bit. I think that maybe they just tried doing a little too much as far as what they were saying with them. Not the wrestling, but like, this is like Elite reunion, but then they're also still pushing the Takeshita Okada stuff, which Okada was funny as hell in this match, dude.
Yeah.
That one sell where he would just like, he looked like The Rock after taking Roman's spear.
He looked like HBK when he was bumping for Hogan.
Yeah, like he was hilarious in this, but I think the coolest part of the match easily was Nick Jackson reversing the Mad Scientist bomb, like that the hammerlock swing.
Oh yeah.
And he like got out.
Was that the one with the Canadian Destroyer?
Yeah,
No,
I'm even just talking about the escape prior to that. I thought was super
Yeah.
impressive.
I was just saying it was like all in one combo. It was like then he bounced off the rope. Yeah, that was sick. The finish was nasty. Ugh.
Like the Kotaro Crusher into the One Winged Angel.
Yeah.
So the Elite get their money back. Fortunately, that means that we could put all the speculation to rest about which Don Callis members are shutting down the club because they don't have their money anymore. But I don't really know what they're doing here. I guess only time will tell. But like, I just hope Kenny Omega's like good to go. And I don't know, maybe if they're sticking him in tags again, that means it might not be where maybe he wants to be. But got to wrestle Okada one more time. Got to give the Elite an overseas match. So I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent on this, but I didn't think it was bad.
It wasn't bad, but what's the end game?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out here too.
My lord.
And now we get to the longest promo in history.
Jesus Christ! Even on a taped program, y'all couldn't trim this down.
Yeah, insane time or an insane town hall for the title match. Even before MJF came back, this got a lot of time. And it was basically just everybody, like, they set up this match without really giving us a lot of motivation outside of Joe wins the belt underhanded fashion, Hangman wants his revenge, but Swerve's just kind of here. I don't really have much on, I guess we could say, what is the first half of this.
The second half saved it. I guess that didn't really... Okay, let me preference by the beginning of the second half saved it, and then it dragged out more.
Yeah, so it's clear that MJF went to Turkey to go get more hair plugs, and now he's back. This seems just like Tony Khan Galaxy Brain booking because of all these like little nods and coincidences of like, well, MJF's feuding with Hangman, and MJF lost the title to Samoa Joe at World's End. And we did a 4-way at World's End last year, and Swerve and Hangman wrestled each other at Hoffman Estates. This just seems like way, like they overthought the whole thing. And you have the damn contract. Like, this just seems like they didn't know what to do with the contract either.
That's what I'm saying. I think this was them trying to get the contract off of MJF before the end of the year. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, dude. I don't get it.
It would have been fine with just a triple threat. I mean, I'm not saying it won't be bad with whatever with MJF, But
last year's wasn't great, and I think pound for pound I preferred that lineup. That was Moxley, OC, Jay White, Hangman.
yeah,
Now you have Joe, Swerve, Hangman, MJF, which I don't believe MJF and Swerve have interacted very much. But this is heel MJF, but he's kind of doing the Rock thing of where he's getting all his one-liners in to pop the crowd. He said WWE like on programming, which was crazy. And obviously
for top dollar.
And then obviously the Diddy reference, which I could take or leave, but I don't know, man. What are your thoughts on all this? Because I'm kind of just, this is all kind of just washing over me.
I didn't know what to think of it at all. It was crazy because I was sitting with Josh and I said, literally was like, oh, I wonder if MJF's going to come back after that triple threat. You know what I'm saying? Because they usually do that. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, lights go out, and we hear outside randomly comes back tonight. Okay, cool. I think it was just a way for them to get the contract off MJF before the end of the year so they could do another one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a good way of saying that you shouldn't do this contract ever again.
Absolutely. Also, isn't my man the Diamond Dynamite winner thingy?
So this seems to just be retcon now, because that's been his gimmick for...
He still kisses the...
Like, he's still... Yeah, like, it's been part of his matches for 6 years now, since he won the damn thing. So I have no idea what they're doing here.
I'm happy he's back because I like MJ. But this isn't the guy that he said he was going to come back. He said he's going to come back more ruthless and more. He's the same person. You're literally the same guy right now, except you got different hair plugs.
And Maxwell Pomade Friedman, but I don't know. I don't know if it's him just MJF he wants to be. To his credit, he's done some good stuff this year, like the Briscoe matches. The mystical matches, I should say. Even the first Hangman match I had fun with, but like the one in London was dog shit though. But I don't really know what to think. I'm less excited for the match than I was. I don't know if this is just they're doing it as a kind of booking housekeeping when maybe the tournament match will go last, like the tournament final will go last, you know what I mean? But part of me also thinks I don't feel like they would bring MJF back if he wasn't going to win this whole thing.
My thing too, because why would you put the belt on Joe then? You could have just had Hangman hold it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because like for me, that just like makes Joe look weak at that point.
Yeah, part of me also thinks that if they were advertising Swerve Hangman for the belt and then MJF inserted himself, I think it would have pissed a lot of people off because of what the kind of weight Swerve Hangman has in AEW. You know, it's canonically, that's one of their most celebrated feuds. So, like, I don't think they would want to, like, pawn off a singles match like that. I think the next time you get a Swerve Hangman singles match, it's going to be, like, a really big deal.
Probably London or something.
Yeah, probably. Because I'm seeing a lot of people saying that this points to MJF taking this belt and holding it until London to where Will Ospreay comes back from injury to win the Owen. You know what I mean?
And my dude finally gets it. Let's go.
Yeah, was wrong about him being on this show. So I know that was a crazy crazy pull to suggest he'd be healthy, but I'm sure he'll be back in time for the Owen.
Chanting his name there.
Calling Samoa Joe Sloppy Joe though, that's just really goofy. But I laughed.
I laugh every time he calls Hangman Seabiscuit. So
Seabiscuit. Yeah.
Like that's what he's like, hey Seabiscuit. I said nope, lost it.
Yeah.
I mean,
again, with the way Tony Khan likes to book stuff at either the same show or the same building, a Revolution is in Los Angeles again, and Hangman MJF opened that show last year, so I could easily see them doing Hangman MJF for the title in LA.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, that's the one. I don't feel confident in picking anyone. I could also see it being that all these guys have so much bullshit that just Joe finds a way to steal a win again.
That's what I'm thinking too, because it's a fair four-way. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone will hit a finisher, he'll toss him out and then pin them.
Right.
You know,
which I'm fine talking about this now because we're not going to be doing a preview show.
I still got to get my tickets.
Yeah. Yep, I got mine, and I'm hoping that this heat wave of 40 degrees sticks around. We'll see. Backstage, we got a jet speed promo saying, they've been on the wrong end of some results here in the tournament. It's time to lock in, which I think they're running Kevin Knight Okada on Saturday.
Yes, it's on Collision. I did see the announcement for that.
Yeah, so and then Speedball versus Jack Perry. So those guys are getting another chance at some points because I believe the Gold League. Excuse me. I believe the Gold League is like a 5-way tie.
Man, Jungle Man.
Got some ground to cover.
Oh, well. It should be good, though. And then Speedball would be dope.
Yeah, yeah. Next match of the night, the women's match of the night. Or match on the card, the women's match of the evening. Athena, Marina Shafir, Megan Bayne, and Mercedes taking on the Babes of Wrath and the Timeless Love Bombs. This was fun. I mean, for what it was, just a way to get everybody on the card. Glad to see Athena back on AEW proper. And clever bit of booking here because all signs point to Athena and Mercedes being the first defense.
Yeah, and they announced it, actually.
Is it for World's End or are they doing it on TV?
World's End. We get this, baby.
Man, I have not seen Athena wrestle in person probably since the Jade match.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they had, spoiler, there was a promo later with Athena and Mercedes in the back. And she said,
Yeah,
you just better be there at World's End.
cool. And I'll be real, I think Mercedes was a little bit more animated in that promo. She still sounded like Mercedes, but like it just felt a little bit more organic, a little bit more human. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of like the it's like the two-man power trip sort of thing with Athena and Mercedes, to where it feels like they're never going to be on the same page fully, but it's just they're two killers. And I loved how they both kept saying their history just beating Willow every time because that's just a perfect way for one of them to lose.
Yeah. Oh, shut up. Willow hit the pounds. That's all I know what I got out of this match was Willow hit the pounds.
Yeah. So there are 6 matches on this show. Usually AEW cards. This year they've stuck with like 9. So I'm sure we're going to have some stuff announced for next week. But outside the world title matches.
Like a TNT title match or something.
Yeah, or I feel like they might do something with this Ricochet Bandito stuff that we're going to get into a little bit later. But yeah, I'll tell you what though, man, another sick thing that I've been seeing her do more recently, Marina Shafir doing that like driver out of the 619 setup.
Yeah, it's so sick, dude.
It looks awesome. Yeah.
Marina Shafir is fucking awesome.
Yeah. One more for her next year.
Second best theme music in the Death Riders.
Yeah. I want more for her next year.
I think they'll do more after they destroy Jon Moxley.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, man, I do love Claudio's music. The whole
No, he's third. The worst is Pac. His just doesn't fit.
Nah, it doesn't fit what he's doing now, but
Or Yuta's.
right. They both still got their old themes, but speaking of Pac though, big spot here in his home country, and his promo, I believe, was on Collision before this, so it was very good. He was pretty much saying, like Fletcher's his overnight sensation, his rising star, but like I haven't faced someone like me. But he said in that promo that he was going to ground him. And this was the opposite of that. We were wondering what the deal is with Pac as far as Pac, changing his in-ring style, because he was doing a much more mat-based, kind of like, again, grind you down, wear you out, kind of just, killer thing. His finisher is lariat now, etc. This was the Pac of old, but with all that muscle mass. And it was pretty wild.
When he hit that moonsault, I said, God damn. Just
it's
imagine
it's like a fridge flying around.
Just imagine all that coming down. But yeah, no. And he was wearing the singlet. Let's go. You know what time it was. He wasn't losing in the singlet.
Hell no. Interesting enough, though, I feel like, I don't know, like, what do you think of Pac as far as, like, going back to his roots here? Do you think it was just one of those where Fletcher's kind of the big match guy right now, and you could get away with that? Do you think it was because he was at home? Like, what do you think?
I think it's just because he was at home.
Yeah.
Pac winning right here doesn't really break Fletcher, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Pac, man, if he stays healthy, this man's a menace.
That's why I'm thinking, like, I think he's the one in the Death Riders. Like I think he's going to be the guy. He cut a promo. He could obviously work all these different styles. He's still mean as hell. You know what I mean? Like he can do all kind of stuff. So um I do think though I don't excuse me. I don't mind that they had this type of match. I kind of figured we would get a match like this on the card. Um I kind of wish though we did see the other side of Fletcher a little bit more, but this also felt like he was actually more in a position of a babyface.
Yeah, it's really weird. Anytime you go against a Death Rider, you're an automatic babyface, unless you're going
Right.
against Moxley.
Right.
But yeah, he did get that weird. But he's been getting that babyface like reaction lately, all of his matches. So
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure this out because Takeshita's turning face too.
unless you're doing a double, if both of them are leaving the family, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be surprised, depending on what's going on in the world title scene with MJF coming back. I wouldn't be surprised if they do like if they give like a proto shit a run as a team.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
So, but yeah, another one in the column for Fletcher lost again, which I think contributes to that big tie in the Gold League. But I think for him, as far as his heel character goes, it's him just overshooting a little bit, thinking he had this in the bag, like, but you don't wrestle the matches on paper. You know, it was one of those. So I like that they did that. You know, Pac saying you think you're getting this, but you're getting the old Pac. Hit the Black Arrow for the first time in God knows how long, so looking like those knees are doing okay.
Yeah, that Black Arrow, me and Josh and we had another buddy here. We were like, he's going up to the top, and we thought Fletcher was going to cut him off, hit the brainbuster. And we were like, oh no, he's about to hit it. God, Lee, did it look nice too.
Yeah, it was clean as hell. So I think it's cool that he still has all that stuff in the bag because, you know, every now and then he can mix it up. It's more tools in the arsenal sort of deal.
Yeah.
And I wonder if he'll be at the Newcastle match on Saturday because they're at home against Chelsea. But that being said, he was at a Newcastle match earlier this year with Sami Zayn, which is funny.
They're like close homies.
Yeah. It was strange though because like it was like glasses down, no beard Pac. Or glasses on, no beard. So he like just you're just not used to seeing that on TV.
Yeah.
But that's neither relevant or that's not relevant to our conversation here. Now we do get to the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal, which I don't know what they're doing with all this as it pertains to MJF because it's just like I forget this is like a thing until it comes around every year just because I associate the ring with MJF. I would have just kept it that way.
Yeah. I was just so confused because, like, especially now that you brought him back, you know, you can kind of shoehorn him to, like, hey, you got to beat me, but how do you do that with going into the pay-per-view? I don't know. Horrible timing.
Yeah, it just seems like they didn't either think this through or what. I just would have just not have done it to begin with. But Gates of Agony minutes on the TV, which I'm not mad about. So Shelton Benjamin was in this. I don't know if you saw, Bobby Lashley's actually hurt.
Yeah, seen that. How did he get hurt? Or is it in the?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of the last thing he did. Let's see here. Did he wrestle? Has he wrestled in? He's not wrestled in December. His last match was against Ricochet. So that's singles. Let me see. Actually, Ricochet was it. So I don't know if something happened in that match. And that was over a month ago.
Oh, okay. So.
Yeah, so that's a real shame. I think Hurt Syndicate had a really nice year. But hey, give Sheldon some single stuff, man. He's still really good.
I'm saying he was.
Yeah, people like him, which you should. He's sick. But Brody King taking the bullet to send Bandito to the deciding match against Ricochet. Bandito, Ricochet, and Hammerstein Ballroom. Hell yeah, dude. That's going to be sick. I think it's going to be that perfect mix of them just doing mind-bending stuff with their offense and Ricochet just being the biggest asshole on the roster. I think he absolutely has to win this ring.
Yeah.
It's a heel gimmick, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a face gimmick. Never, like, even in WCW when they did the Battle Bowl, it was always a heel. I remember Diamond Dallas Page held that thing forever. So it's always a heel thing. Also, shout out to my boys doing the scissor gimmick again. Let's go.
Yeah, yep, he claimed with hitting the Scissor Me Timbers, or Scissor Me Timber. And I don't know, so they're like a team, but they're still not the Acclaimed, right?
Yeah, no, they're just like Anthony Bowens and the best wrestler alive, Max.
Dude, he got that shit. The fact that he was able to get that over is an accomplishment.
Yeah, I don't. And the chant's great.
It's such a shit chant, but I love it.
They're gonna get them back together. Watch, just like they had to bring Jack Perry and Luchasaurus back together.
Yeah, Ricochet Bandito next week. That'll be a lot of fun. Now we're into the Collision Hour, which it really was just a couple more matches, but some good stuff I thought. Got another Moxley promo, and it was really him like Red again. It's everything he's doing now is reading more and more like a babyface, and he's talking about kind of everything he does is all about you push people, and it's about how they react. So he acknowledged pushing Kyle O'Reilly, and he almost took his leg off. Obviously, Roddy tried to do the same tonight. It didn't work. But this was a promo where they acknowledged it. According to Moxley, the match went 19-30. It did not feel like that to me.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but first match on this last hour, Mascara Dorada, Orange Cassidy. I had a lot of fun with this.
I gotta go back and watch it. I was putting my kid to sleep, so this is all you, brother. I missed everything about this one.
So OC comes in selling just all the work done to the back last week, and he does not want to do all the crazy shit. Like, he's trying to actually keep Dorada on the mat, but Dorada actually busts out some Yave stuff, which was really cool to see. And then it kind of gradually escalated. And OC's tournament has been interesting because it feels like he's been scraping by a lot if he isn't outright losing. So, like, the finish, he, like, barely gets in a crucifix pin.
So, like he won by, like, the skin of his teeth kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's cool to see that, especially going into this Moxley match, because Moxley is being held together by duct tape at this point. OC's having a rough go of things as of late. So that is going to be big as far as on the scoreboard, but also just in the ways that they've been getting by. That's also the second match where Dorada has looked really strong in defeat, and I'm sure that's by design, because Moxley barely beat him too.
CMLL probably told him, like, hey man, you can be in this tournament, but don't make him look weak.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because he's not. He's dope.
Yeah, definitely recommend going back for this one, though, when you do have the time.
Oh yeah, it's on. I need to go back, because I came in right at this match. Actually, right here at the promo. I turned it back on.
Yeah, the Mercedes Athena promo, which one thing we left out was that she is doing a Rev Pro Open Challenge on Saturday, and I saw the spoilers for that, but I don't know.
Me too.
Yeah, so we're already doing this thing as far as her losing all the belts.
Oh yeah, the downfall's happening, but then she'll get the big one.
Yeah, so I'm almost wondering, as far as like heading into next year, if Willow doesn't pin Mercedes to set up the TNT title match. But I feel like that's the last belt she has to lose.
Yeah, the one the main one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's held the longest to like 2 years now. So it's going to be 2 years in May. So if she makes it that far, that is. But yeah, one to look out for. She's starting to lose all these belts. She's going to lose to Alex Windsor. Spoilers, but yeah, wins up.
I like Windsor, man. She's cool.
Yeah, I was very impressed with her first year in AEW. The theme of getting the English, or I guess in this case British talent on the card: Isla Dawn from Scotland, Jamie Hayter from Southampton on the South Coast. And this was kind of just a whatever match, but I think the real takeaway was the angle. And this, I kind of scratched my head at, 'cause don't get me wrong, Hayter versus Statlander should rule. I'm very excited we're getting the match. But it feels like they built to the Tekla match and they didn't do it.
Yeah, it's really weird. They're focusing more on like the tag match instead of Tekla. So I wonder if Tekla's hurt or something.
Yeah, it could be. That might not be. That's not the worst shout.
I feel like they were supposed to have like a 6-person or a 6 ladies tag match, and they didn't. They just had a tag match instead. Because she did say see you in Cardiff or whatever wherever they're at. So I think she might be hurt. She got that undisclosed injury.
Yeah. What are they saying? Like sports, like upper body injury, lower body injury.
Local medical facility.
I'll tell you what, though, man, I love that. Just whenever Stat makes a run in, she's just beating ass with the title belt on.
Yeah, she don't take it off.
No, it's beat.
But then she got hit with Haterade.
Yeah, that was the angle. It was a friendly fire thing, but Hayter wasn't too upset about it. So maybe she'll lean heel in the match. I think you can get away with that, but that should just be a total ass kicker of a match. And I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
I don't believe. What?
Speaking of ass kicker of a match, this one was pretty dope too to close it out.
Yeah, main event. I liked it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I liked it. Not their best though. I think I prefer the other one that they did
with Jay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jay
I
and
can see
Juice,
that.
right?
Yeah, I know the Jay and Juice FTR series from the early days of Collision are heralded, but I think for just like a TV main event, this was really solid. FTR defending successfully against a Bang Bang Gang, the kind of makeshift team of Austin Gunn and Juice. It's just nice to see Juice in this level again. I don't know what's going on with his ring gear though. The trunks over the singlet kind of looked weird.
Living his life, man. Living his
Yeah,
life. I
but
I aspire to have his hair.
hell of a mullet, man. I'll tell you that much.
My hair was curly.
Yeah, but it's an FTR TV main event. You kind of know what you're going to get, but I really, really love the finish and the setup to it. Where so they obviously did the fake out with the Shatter Machine, but the whole like top rope into the knee bar thing, I thought that was really cool because it plays off of what kept Juice out for so long, and then that false finish actually got me.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch it because I was kind of dozing off. But there was a spot that they did. I think it might have been a spot you were talking about. Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah, so I'm getting my stuff out of order here, but I will say the foot on the rope false finish, that was the latest 2.9 I've seen in a very long time. And I was thinking to myself, holy fuck, they're not actually doing this, are they? And then like they got me with that one. But I thought it was so brutal and nasty to do the knee drop while in figure four, and then while Juice is about to tap, Cash Wheeler is holding the title belt in his face.
Just a diabolical.
Yeah, dude, that is straight up like that's just motherfucker energy right there, man. But
Yeah.
I thought that was sick, and then obviously he couldn't posture for too long. He had to prevent Austin Gunn from getting in the ring. But yeah, man, I'm just glad we're back to like FTR having these types of matches week in and week out, and give the Bang Bang Gang something to do until Jay White gets back and until the Guns are reunited properly. All things considered, I think this was the best case scenario and a good way to close out the broadcast.
I am praying that we get a Switchblade sighting at World's End. Please, please. I don't know how, but just do it.
Yeah, I kind of want to see where he fits in with all this now.
I mean, like, fuck it. Come back at the main event and throw your hat in there too, like MJF did. Who gives a shit? Whatever. Get all the returning cast to come back in there. Yeah, I don't know, man. Because how do you bring them? Because, obviously now FTR is going to focus on the Edge and Christian thing, right?
I would think so.
I mean, I would assume that's the next on the docket. Do you do that at World's End when you only have a couple weeks to go? No.
That's just next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what they're going to add to this card because, you got 4 spots, essentially. I want them to bring back the big tag match. Whereas, like, everybody who's not... Well, they're doing the semifinals on the card. I think that's why they stopped doing it. But the first World's End, they took everybody, all the baby faces and all the heels, and just threw them in an all-star tag. And it was awesome. It was also that was the only time Danielson and Jay White wrestled, by the way. But I wish they would do something like that. I don't know. Maybe a TNT title defense. I feel like Ricochet's got to defend that national title defense on pay-per-view. So maybe we'll get Bandito Ricochet rematch.
That's what I'm thinking, too. Some fuckery will happen. Bandito will... Yeah. I would assume you have to get a tag match. You're going to get some form of elite match on there, right?
I would think so.
So it's going to be like elite Don Callis fuckery. You'll probably get...
That's one of the only feuds going on right now, it feels like.
You're going to get probably Okada, Takeshita there, maybe. I don't know.
We got to see how the gold bracket lines up, because I think you could still do that match even if it wasn't in the final, but I feel like it's going to be the final.
Yeah.
With no Darby, I feel like you just have to just commit to that.
I feel like it was going to be, like we said, it was going to be Pac and Darby somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I think that was supposed to happen Wednesday. Because if you remember way back when, that's how they wrote Darby off at Hammerstein Ballroom. They threw him down steps.
Oh, yeah, they did.
So yeah, they got a lot to figure out with a week to go. So I'm curious to see where everything falls into place. But I don't think this is a bad TV by any means. I definitely think there's some really good matches on here on the tournament side of things, and I'm just curious to see how all the cards fall because you got what Wednesday, and they're doing Collision on Thursday again.
Yeah, I think it's what it said. Christmas Day.
Yeah, so you have to figure out your semifinals. You have to figure out the rest of the card. Um, and you have two, women's side of things pretty much set in stone. So figure out what you're doing with the Elite, with the Death Riders, with Ricochet. I would love a Mark Briscoe defense on there. Honestly, I think you could probably run back Garcia, and I'd be happy with it. But I don't know. Maybe you get something. Maybe you get Briscoe Claudio or Briscoe Pac if they're keeping him in the Death Rider orbit.
I mean, I'm excited to see I'm excited to see what we're getting in Chicago. That's gonna be my no matter what, we're gonna have a good time. So
I hope so, man. I'm just trying to keep the energy positive. And obviously I'm coming down with a cold. I just get over this pretty quickly.
I just gotta buy tickets, but I mean, I'm not worried. I know I can still cop a ticket. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's sold out by any means, but that's the tricky part with the show like this is you don't know who's going to be in the tournament final because we won't know until like 3 days out. So, but that was Dynamite and Collision, and like I said, we're going to be taking a little break here for the holidays. I would just like to say first and foremost, we did 35 shows this year. I think that's a pretty damn good start.
Hell yeah, man! We're not stopping. The train don't stop here.
Oh no. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, take a little bit of a break. We're going to come back, hit the ground running with our World's End review and hopefully accounts from the building. And I also think around that time we will do year-end awards as far as what I've seen. I'll be able to make some picks regardless if I haven't seen everything. And we definitely got to talk about Tanahashi's final match too.
And we'll do our predictions for the year to come.
Yes, I think we could do awards and like a 2026 wish list of just like shit we want to see, wrestlers we want to see featured more. I think over the next coming weeks I'll start spitballing some ideas with you, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I think we have a lot to look forward to in 2026, and I just want to thank anybody who took the time to check out the show in any way, shape, or form. We really appreciate it as much as I just look forward to the conversation every single week. It is really cool if you guys get something out of it too. But Chris, do you have anything to plug before you take a little step away?
No, but I plan on starting a channel here in the 2026.
Let's go.
I'm gonna do like figure hunting and just random shit, random matches. I'm gonna talk about events. But yeah, man, that's my plan. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be my goal for 2026, and I'm just happy to be here and happy to do it with you, my brother.
Hell yeah, man. Well, when that gets off the ground, we'll plug it here. And I want to just wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and a Happy Birthday.
Thank you, my brother.
Because that will all be over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I really love doing this show, and I can't wait to just do more of it into 2026. And I don't have anything else to plug because, like I said, I got like 7 months of footage to get through before I do another YouTube video. So I got my work cut out for me, and I'm going to take care of that during this little break here. But yeah, if you have listened to the Underhook show any way, shape, or form, Spotify, YouTube, whatever, thank you so much. Happy holidays. We'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks.
See ya.